Hello everyone, welcome to my Spoiler Zone TV channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. 90 Day Fiance star Paul Staehle's life has taken a massive turn. He is now living below the poverty line in Brazil and is struggling to make ends meet. The celeb claims that he is unable to leave the country and has no stable income as well. As per Paul, he has no support system and things are getting out of his hands. Well, even if viewers are tired of Paul and his weird antics, he never fails to pop up on screen once in a while and share some bizarre updates. This time, too, the tables haven't really turned, as Paul is back with another update full of misery. Is this true? What is this all about? What did he reveal? Keep on reading to learn more about Paul and his current living conditions. 90 Day Fiance. Paul is struggling with mental health. Paul hasn't really been the 90 Day Fiancé viewers' favorite because of everything he has done in the past. But a famous blogger, John Yates, is still connected to him and recently did a live session with him as well. Apparently, he was in disbelief after watching how Paul was now and asked him what really changed over all these years. Paul talked about how he was psychologically broken when he first came to Brazil. He explained how he was depressed, and things were really hard for him. The celeb even claimed he wasn't going to the gym, and a girl called him a cow once because of how he had started to look. Hence, Paul wanted to convince his audience that he was in a pathetic condition. 90 Day Fiancé. Paul talks about his below poverty line life in Brazil. 90 Day Fiancé star Paul is currently living in Brazil after faking his death several times. He is living alone, and it seems that he is leading a life below poverty these days. The noted blogger recently had a chat with Paul, where he showed his entire house to his audience. He further focused on everything that was around him, and viewers squirmed in their seats because of it. Paul's house has several decaying seals, broken furniture, and a messy floor. When he went to his kitchen, it was another disaster in sight. Paul has 3 refrigerators, and none of them works properly. He was actually using one as his closet and kept his clothes in it. Paul revealed that it was the same apartment where he initially filmed for 90 Day Fiancé. But now it no longer looks the same and is evidently in a pathetic condition. John Yates was in disbelief and noted that this place wasn't even appropriate for any living being to live there. Amid all this, Paul revealed that he came to America several times. However, viewers are sure that he wasn't coming to America because he was having legal issues. What do you think? Do let us know in the comments section. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more updates. 90 Day Fiancé star Paul Staehle has once again become a major topic of discussion after opening up about the harsh realities of his life in Brazil, revealing that he has been living far below the poverty line while struggling to survive each day. His latest revelations paint a heartbreaking picture of emotional distress, financial instability, and the long-lasting consequences of his turbulent past with Karine Martins. Fans of the franchise know Paul as one of the most controversial cast members ever featured on the show, often caught in dramatic relationship conflicts, legal struggles, and online chaos. But now, as he speaks openly about the hardships he faces in Brazil, many viewers are seeing a different side of him. A man grappling with severe poverty, limited opportunities, and the emotional weight of being separated from his children. Paul explained that his life in Brazil is far from the glamorous image some people imagine when thinking about living abroad. Instead, he says he lives in a rundown neighborhood, barely earns enough money to afford basic necessities, and often goes hungry because even food is difficult to pay for. He stressed that survival has become a daily challenge, and despite his efforts to find stable work, options are limited due to his lack of resources and complicated circumstances. The former TLC star admitted that he sometimes works odd jobs just to keep a roof over his head, even if the income is extremely minimal. Paul shared that he has often slept in unsafe places and relied on small favors or temporary shelters when things became unbearable. The instability of his living conditions has made him feel constantly vulnerable, especially in an environment where crime rates are high, and poverty creates dangerous situations for those who are already struggling. Paul also addressed the emotional toll of living far away from his children, Pierre and Ethan, who remain at the center of his thoughts every single day. He expressed deep regret over the mistakes that led to custody issues and said that the loneliness he experiences in Brazil is overwhelming. According to Paul, the separation from his sons is the hardest consequence of his choices and past conflicts with Karine. He explained that being unable to provide for them or see them regularly has left him feeling broken, hopeless, and defeated at times. His critics often accuse him of creating his own problems, but in his latest reflections, Paul seems more aware than ever of the impact of his decisions. He admitted that the drama-filled relationship with Karine contributed to much of the chaos that followed, but he also insists that he has been trying to become a better person despite the setbacks. Living in poverty, he says, has forced him to confront his mistakes and rethink his priorities. Paul mentioned that life in Brazil is much more difficult for foreigners who lack support systems or financial stability. Even basic services such as healthcare, transportation, and food become major challenges when money is scarce. He shared stories of going days without proper meals, choosing to buy clean water instead of food, and trying to stretch every penny just to survive one more week. At times, he said he has felt completely abandoned, isolated from friends and family who live thousands of miles away. Adding to his struggles are the rumors and online controversies that continue to follow him. Paul said the internet has been both a curse and a lifeline. While some online attention helps him earn tiny amounts of income, the constant judgment from viewers has made him feel misunderstood and unfairly targeted. He insists that not everything people read about him is true, and that many situations were exaggerated or taken out of context. Despite his dire situation, Paul hasn't entirely given up hope. He shared that he is actively looking for more stable work opportunities in Brazil and has been trying to improve his living conditions step by step. He also expressed his desire to reunite with his children someday, even if it takes years to rebuild his life. His dream, he says, is to be in a position where he can provide a safe, stable, and loving environment for them, something he believes they truly deserve. Fans have mixed reactions to Paul's heartbreaking revelations. Some express sympathy for his struggles, believing that no one deserves to live in such extreme poverty, while others argue that Paul's current situation is the result of years of poor decisions. Still, the emotional weight of his words cannot be ignored. Hearing a former TLC star speak so candidly about sleeping in unsafe areas, struggling to find food, and living below the poverty line has resonated deeply with many viewers. Paul's story is a reminder that fame doesn't always guarantee stability. For some cast members, the end of reality television fame marks the beginning of a harsh and unforgiving reality. While fans may remember Paul for his dramatic storylines, the man behind the screen is now fighting for basic survival, battling emotional torment, and searching for a path to redemption. As Paul continues to share pieces of his life from Brazil, many are curious to see whether he will eventually find the support he needs to rebuild. His journey has been chaotic, heartbreaking, and controversial, but his latest updates shed light on the very real human struggle behind the headlines. Whether fans view him with sympathy or skepticism, one thing remains clear: Paul Staehle is living through one of the most challenging periods of his life, and his story reflects the darker side of post-reality TV fame that is rarely seen. If you liked today's update, please like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Spoiler Zone TV channel so that you don't miss any new updates. If you are interested in any specific news or information, please let us know in the comments. We will try to provide the right information according to your needs. Stay tuned for the next update and take care of yourself. Thank you.